this might be a little awkward, Inspired. I've been working on an Inspired impression. I don't need to do it in front of you, but I've done it on my podcast. I just need to let you need to be aware of this in case you're offended.
I think we should hear the Inspired.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to hear it. But...
Yeah, he doesn't want to hear it.
No.
Close your
I think it's
ears.
important.
He's fine with me doing it.
I think it's important for the viewers to see this.
Just do it. I don't want to hear it, but just do it. I don't care.
Keep waiting. We'll fight on my timer. It gets worse the longer I do it. Hello, welcome back to another episode of Pros. Hot off a 6-game day. 2-1 Lion, 2-1 C9. Thanks for joining us, Yeon. It's always difficult to join after loss, but you did win the game. Still haven't gotten the haircut.
Yeah.
Soon.
Maybe.
Soon, maybe.
Soon, maybe.
Real quick, tickets are still available for Spring Finals in Arizona. Single day tickets will be going on sale soon, so please go and check the link that's going to be on the screen. They're on sale. Single day tickets are on sale, so go check it now. I want to talk about the series today because I thought there was banger series. We'll start with the victorious Lyon. You were just saying you didn't care if you won this series or not?
Yeah, I mean, who really cares? Like, if we lose in playoffs, then this series didn't matter. And if we lost today, then, yeah, I think usually when you lose in regular season, you learn a bit more from the games or you take the games a bit more seriously. I don't think it's necessarily for me, but I just had a feeling of my teammates that when they win, they kind of like, you know, like the mistakes they made in the game they won, they would be like, whatever. But if they lose the game, then you kind of focus more on the mistakes you made to like not make them again, especially if you have a free win and you lose because of something like stupid that you did. I think it's more like you will just improve a bit better. It shouldn't be like that. Obviously, you should like always treat the mistakes equally. But I think it just happens. Or like I think a lot of players have that if they win, they kind of don't care about the mistakes they made.
Yeah, it's just human nature. We did more comms listen-ins than usual this week. I'm not sure if you've seen or heard of any of these things.
Oh.
We had a few moments where it was in the game where you guys were super far ahead. Dokla had mentioned that like if we just fight them, we win, we'll promise. And I think you were like, shut up, just go. Then we had another moment where you were talking to Saint about his Ari. He told you to shut up. And then game 3, everything was happy because you guys were winning.
I don't know. I mean, game 1, I think he was saying unnecessary stuff, so I told him to just shut up because we're sieging with Nasher, and he said something about fighting, so I was just shut up, just like let minions end, and we don't have to fight anyone. Game 2, I think we just played bad about Ari's tempo. I don't know how we kill Yeon on bot lane. He uses flash ult, and my Ari just greeds like 30 seconds to after getting a wave and 2 platings, and then gets her recall cancelled. They get our bot tower, then we have to go back bot, then she stays again, Rumble comes back, he can't push against Rumble, has to TP to top lane. Like, he just greeded for another plating when I said in the Champions Select that we have a winning lane, so the only way we lose this game is if we greed our tempo, because they legit can't get tempo inside lane against our champions, and then we do it. So I was pretty mad about it. But yeah, and then I felt like Yeon with no flash and no ult and no shield bow yet. It should be really hard for him to farm until shield bow. But we didn't really do anything. We gave Rift and Dragon for free because of that mistakes. And then we came to the team fight and Ari just gets flash eat by Skarner, which was a bit low. So that I think that's why I was a little bit
little tilted.
And game 3, I think I don't know. Our game plan was to try to like. Play a bit more for jungle, and our bot lane just wins their 2v2, but then they lost 2v2, which we didn't expect to happen, and the lead that I was trying to get, I couldn't really, because they could just come for my blue buff. And yeah, I think game 2, we were just playing, and I don't think we were winning. I think the game was actually losing all the time. Yeah, I think if they just played a bit more coordinated, we'd probably lose that game. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I want to give the other two a chance to hop in, and then I'm going to get back to team culture and comms. I have a lot of questions about Dokla, but we need to get to Yeon.
He did everything.
What's up? I know he just covered the whole series.
He did everything.
We're wrapped up.
I think
Join us next week for pros.
For the comms thing, it is really funny watching the Lyon comms. Every single week when Lyon drops the voice comms on your guys' YouTube channel, it's like posted in the C9 Discord. And everyone's like sat for 10 minutes watching, like, it's always people flaming each other in your voice comms.
Yeah.
And it's so funny to us.
Is that just the team culture? Is that something you guys lean into, just like absolute honesty, or is it just something that happens?
I don't know. I mean, we don't really feel like we're flaming each other that much. Like we are just talking. I mean, I don't know. I don't think we are flaming each other that much. Maybe from people it seems like it, but
Yeah.
yeah, I think we are. Just,
It might be just English as a second language potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just use maybe the words that sound bad, like shut up, stuff like that.
Sure, it's a common word.
For us, it's like not really like to like just be quiet or like don't talk now.
Yeah.
Shut up is the same. Like it doesn't really matter. It's
just
like whatever we
efficient.
say, just efficient. And yeah, I don't know. I think we just try to fix mistakes during the game because it's an official game. Like you shouldn't wait until the game is over to like review it. Like you should be reviewing all the time when you are losing, especially, and you have a chance to come back if you play the next team fight well. So I think that's why we talk a lot during the game about like what just happened. Because I think if you just don't say anything and wait for the next game or like after the game finishes, then try to talk about mistakes, I think it's irrelevant at that point.
Interesting. I mean, that is an interesting debate, I think. I'm curious what Yeon and APA think about this. Like, there's a lot of time in the Lion voice comms where it does feel like maybe it's 40 minutes into the game and the game is mostly decided, and you're almost like VOD reviewing in the game. Even though it likely won't have an impact on the outcome of that game.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely been in team environments where teams say not to do that because you need to focus on either the next thing, the next game. Yeon and APA, what do you guys think about like when is the right time to start reviewing a game inside of a best of three?
I mean, I think what he says is somewhat true. Like talking about like a column that I always use when we lose a fight or just after any fight is like, what do we want to do different next fight? What do we like this? And then we'll talk about, oh, you know, Dantos needs to mark this, or I need to engage second, or like whatever we want to do different. But then at some points you're like talking about stuff like 15 minutes ago, and it seems kind of just from spectator POV, it seems kind of funny.
That's a bit out of context because we thought the game is over there. So we like started speaking about it. Usually we don't speak about like what happened 15 minutes ago, but there I think we thought that there could just end meet or something like that. So we just started speaking about it. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Like speaking about something that happened 15 minutes ago, it's pointless completely during the game.
But at some points it's good to talk about, you know, like I think it's game 2 of my series, when we took the 4v5, like Thanos got picked top, and then we took the 4v5 with like the chicken fight.
Yeah, almost lost.
And then it was like a close fight, but they won because of course it's 5v4, but we could have won it. And I was asking the team, I was like, what do you want to do differently? And like we discussed amongst ourselves. So it is like common, and I know that's happened when I was on TL. At least I don't know current TL comms, but like I think that's a pretty common thing just to say it, maybe just in not like as brash way that the Lion comms are.
Yeon?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the ones that I remember from the Lion comms specifically was like the international one. I think Berserker was playing Corki, and I think maybe there was another game where Doklo was playing Renekton. And I remember distinctly hearing like the feedback given in the game from Inspired. It was something like, we should be walking up and taking more space. I think those kinds of communications after a fight is quite important.
How did you feel like the series went today? We haven't heard from you.
I don't know, Mr. knows it all, talks it all, already said everything. I think we got a lot of it unnecessary advantages, and I think we also didn't punish that well on the sides. And I think we bled a lot more than we should have, personally. And well, first game just exploded from like level 4 unnecessarily.
And then TF gap.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I made the mistake. And then game 2 was like quite a slow paced game with just complete side lane game. And game 3, I don't know. I feel like it just all went bad at the Baron, which we had the opportunity to just take it slow. Even the team fight itself, we could have taken it slow. We're like,
I think
like
if you were able to get ults off in that Baron, I know it was like Nocturne ult and
yeah,
Flash.
he literally just insta-ulted and I couldn't even see it.
It was like a magic play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, hopefully we can show that clip. That was honestly like series defining. Like you just E flash R Sejuani in Nocturnal. So it's almost impossible to react to, and you were kind of winning up until that point. How has the year been for you though, Yeon? I haven't gotten to catch up with you because lock-in was pretty disappointing, and your schedule's been easy for the first 5 weeks, so you've beaten all the non-top 3 teams.
Yeah.
But now first challenge against Lion, you guys fall. So what's the confidence level like?
To be honest, I think lock-in was quite slow and not up to par. I think it's like slowly ramping up as we're going on in the spring split. And today's games felt, to give a better word, I think it was a good eyeball to see what the games were like, especially because the next 2 weeks are going to be decided the first place match, but
Yeah.
in reality, it doesn't matter as much as playoffs will matter to both teams, I think. But yeah, I think the games were, I won't say ugly, but I think there was lots to take away from both teams, to be honest.
Yeah, first place, if Cloud9 wins, you guys just get it because you're
Yeah.
undefeated. If you lose, all the tiebreaker stuff comes in. So the first tiebreaker is head-to-head match score, but if it's all 1-1 between the three of you, it would still be tied.
If we win, you are talking.
If
Right?
you win,
Yeah.
yeah. If you lose to Flyquest, then
then
it
what?
would be
then
then
the
Team
winner,
Liquid just
the,
gets
the
it.
winner of that game.
Yeah, Team Liquid just get the winner
Yeah.
of that game because the head-to-head match score would even break that tie as well. So clean out, C9 wins, they win. Let's just assume you lose to Flyquest since we like talking about that.
But then where
apparently.
does fourth place go? Because I know it's like Flyquest and Sentinels are fighting for fourth.
Yeah, if Sentinels has the same match record as Flyquest, since Sentinels beat Flyquest, they'd be ahead of them.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so, that
Sentinels
actually
would be
makes
fourth
Sentinels
then.
fourth.
Yeah, so Flyquest really needs to beat us too.
They do.
They
They really wanna
if they
win.
want to get top 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the top 3 teams don't really matter compared to the fourth one.
Well, first place matters.
1, 2,
for,
3.
like, selection.
Sorry, what I mean is 1, 2, 3 is locked, right?
Yeah.
No,
what I'm hearing?
it's not locked.
It's
any
locked for
any
top
of you
three.
three can get number 1 seed still.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but what I mean is like we're locked
Yeah,
into 1, 2,
we
3
are all 1
slots.
to 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then fourth is not locked. It depends on
yeah,
next week.
okay, I understand. Yeah.
I want to. I
And then
believe
are
that's
all the
true. Yeah.
playoff teams locked? Like
no.
can Dig or
I think
think Dig and
the
DSG.
DSG versus Shopify game can decide who
All right,
makes
Dig is
playoffs
out.
for them. Dig is out,
Okay.
and Sentinels is in.
And who does Shopify face? They face each other.
Shopify
Okay.
plays
They are
DSG.
playing for the
so winner
playoffs.
gets playoffs.
Yeah.
exactly. It's pretty sick.
Banger.
Did you guys see any of the games yesterday? To
Kind of. I didn't watch the
really?
first
I was
series.
busy
Second series, I was
Having some
watching a
fun
little
scrims.
bit.
I
yeah.
don't remember. Who was playing?
It was a fun
DSG
day.
Dig, right? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
DSG.
DSG SR? No, DSG.
DSG Dig
DSG
and
Dig?
Sentinels SR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dig just finds a way to lose. And then SR also finds a way to lose, I guess. Yeah.
I
think
mean, I
that's
didn't
what
watch
happened.
too much. We were scrimming each other yesterday, which were interesting scrims.
Yeah.
Really? That's just normal, no?
What happened?
You guys
What?
have some very funny remake questions.
Why?
Well, like I remember, I'm not gonna say picks, but like the one game where you invaded Blabber, your red side, we're blue
Yeah.
side, and then he like walks to your Krugs but bases and like mind games you,
Yeah.
and then you ask for remake, and it's
Yeah,
like
but,
3 minutes, and
But that's exactly when you should remake. That's, I mean,
over like
okay,
a one camp lead.
no, you should have a plan before the game, and then if the plan doesn't go accordingly because someone misplays in the game or enemy team does something stupid, then you should just remake the game unless you want to waste your practice and assume that what you did just will work every time. And I don't think we didn't want to remake because of that mind game. I will not say exactly why we wanted to remake because I don't want to say what was our goal in that game. But if you don't meet the goal that you are trying to practice towards, then you should just remake and then see if the goal you wanted to achieve is actually achievable or not. That's what you play scrims for. And remaking when the game is like complete chaos, that's when the game is already like decided or like the game is over, or you can practice team fighting and mechanics. But especially at 4 minutes, I don't see a reason not to remake. Like it's just 4 minutes. It's good for everyone as well because everyone will get another rep of their matchup, which you obviously can't get in solo queue nowadays. So as many matchups like reps you can get is good for you because then you can become more consistent player, and as a team you can like play towards something you wanted to like get out of the game. So overall, I mean, I think we played against DSG 2 days before, and we had a game where they were invading us level 1 because of some certain situation, so they wanted to like start in our bot side. We remake this game like 7 times, and every time, every time we just did something different and just see for both teams like what do we want to do in the game. And that's what, in my opinion, the practice should be about. It shouldn't be about, okay, we have a lead now, they want to remake because they want to try something different, so we are not going to remake. Like, it's good for us to see what they want to change, and we can maybe adapt something. So, I mean, I never agree with the rule of not remakes, because it's like, I don't know, are we on a timer to go somewhere? Are we going to practice with a different team, or what's going on? Like, we have whole day to play scrims, so I don't see a reason for us to, instead of finishing at 6 p.m., we can finish at 8 p.m. Like, what's the difference? Like, it doesn't matter.
Well,
So,
I can't speak for any other team, so I can only speak for my team. But I don't think we care about finishing what time, like 6, 7, 8. It's more just like the game from our plan, not like from our perspectives, was just even if your game plan didn't work out well. So what do we get from remaking that?
I mean, you guys played the game, so you should see what type of lead you just got against us, and in that game that we didn't remake. And then if you guys let us remake, it's even beneficial for you because then you get to see what we want to change in our game plan. So like, it doesn't make sense to not want to remake. You just get more information out of us because you see what we want to do, and on top of that, you can change your game plan. So you just get a lot more information about what both teams can do differently, and then decide which option is just the best for you. So it's better for you and better for us. I just don't see a reason not to. Like, it just
But I
really
think
doesn't
showing that
matter.
information can sometimes be bad.
Yeah, but
And obviously there's like the scrim thing where like confidence and other things play a mist to going on stage.
yeah, I mean, the confidence is always like a weird thing. I mean, we had it on Flyquest that we just wanted to play a weak team before the the match day to just like, you know, get the confidence. So like dig Scrim before the stage game to like win quickly. But I mean, I didn't really care about like
But then
the
you're saying
core.
you want to play more, right?
Yeah,
But then why is the comm always remake or GG?
because the game is just unrealistic. We want to change something else, and GG is to just pressure the enemy team and see if they actually want to play more games or not. Because if we want to remake, then we say remake or GG, and if someone says GG, then we'll be like, but let's play more games. No one wants to play more games. So
Really quick, I just wanted to define for the viewers. I think this is a really interesting conversation. So currently your scrim culture is one team a day for 6 games. You play 2 best of 3s, or how's it working?
Yeah, it's depends
I
on
think
the
so.
team.
Usually
Like
it is one
sometimes
team a
it's
day.
5 games. It's always
Yeah.
one team a day.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's 5 games. Sometimes it's 3 and 3.
Sure. So it's either 2 best of 3 fearless or 1 5-game
I
fearless.
think like,
Yeah.
as we get more into playoffs, it's
yeah, I
going to
think
become
people
more
starting
5.
to play 5 games now
But
because
then
of the,
right now,
Yeah.
like,
And
most of the
the-
split so far has
the-
been 3 and 3.
The remake to GG comms is essentially you're saying a lot of times you're probably asking for remakes if you're down the
I mean,
majority
we
of
were
the time.
remaking the games that we were winning too. So
For sure.
I mean,
Okay.
not against Cloud9, but it happened definitely in our scrims a lot of times that we are winning the game and you just want to remake because we think that what just happened is either we took too big of a risk or enemy team just completely ran it. So like, what's the point of playing that?
Right, but the Remaker GG says if it's GG, the game counts, and you go next game with new
Yes,
draft.
yes.
Otherwise, it's a remake with the same draft, run it back again.
Yeah.
Which is the discussion. I've also heard that Lyon probably by far asks for more remakes than anybody else in the league.
I mean, that's the point to get better. Like,
sure.
Yeah, you need to play more games to get more data.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to
but
hear Yeon,
looping,
the
sorry to
bystander.
interrupt, but
to this.
looping back into the remake or GG, it's more like I forget which game it was, but when we dove Berserker bot and like denied him a wave or so.
Yeah.
Of course, it was kind of
No,
funny
but that
what
was,
happened.
that
but
was after. Like we asked level 5 for a remake.
Yeah, you guys asked
said,
level
You
5,
guys said no.
and then we said no.
we kept playing, and then I already knew at that moment that it's gonna be really hard for botlane to play that game. It was still 0-0 game when we asked for remake, and you say it's because of the camp, but I knew it's gonna be bad for the game. Everything that happened, that eventually our botlane is gonna get dove. That's why I didn't want to wait for the point to get dove. I just asked for remake then, but you guys said no, and then we get dove, and then we ask again, and you guys say no again, then we just FF. Because like I knew it's gonna happen eventually with everything that went for the 5 minutes. That around minute 8, our bot lane is gonna be in a situation where they're either dropping waves or they're getting dove, and we just know that it's not how the game should go. So we just saved 3 minutes.
I agree that we can strive for perfect practice, but don't you also think there's the practice level from behind? Like the example I can give is my game 2, my ball lane's getting dove on repeat. I haven't actually looked back why as to what's occurring for that to
Yeah,
happen.
this
'cause I
was
just busy
on
laning.
stage, where Sven was like 0-6 on Senate. Did you see game 2 of their series?
Yeah, I mean I don't know why.
And
it's
then
not
we're
two
winning
clans,
that game
Yeah.
from
But-
behind. Like,
yeah.
to be honest, I don't exactly recall why we're getting dove. It's like, I have
But
to go
it's the
and
state
look.
is the bot lane
But
screwed.
it's like ball lane's so screwed, and like not that you guys will falter because I think you're a good mind from behind as you are from ahead, but it's just for other players.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. I mean, I just, I always say that practicing from behind is a bit unrealistic. If something that happened, like, for example, this Scream game, I mean, the stage game you guys had, game 2, if you fall behind, it's like you need to start getting creative as a team on how you want to come back to the game. And I feel like that's easy, or like you need to know when you have angles that you can come back into the game. I mean, in my head, at least, this is easy. It's way harder to play an even game and just like look for the first opening. And I don't know. I mean, I think maybe if you guys remake more games, you would know that bot lane can actually get dove if they get left alone, like against Ashe Lulu, and enemy team has Jarvan. That if you play like no clans, I mean no barrier on ADC, like ADC can be pretty much like one shot because he's ignored. So maybe then you'd like think about maybe going clans is too weak early game, and they can punish that if we can't like fight bot side. But yeah, I mean in scrims I would probably remake that, and then I would adjust something, like we either do different jungle pathing or ADC takes barrier and like plays to scale early game. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like to practice from behind, I would say, because I think it's all about cheesing when you're behind. Like, just do something that enemies don't expect and try to come back into the game. And not like strict play that you can practice.
On that topic, you've probably remade a little bit more this year than last year on Flyquest. I heard Busio and Masu would always like not want to remake. Is this a story that's true?
Not really. They were always down to remake.
They were down to
I think
remake?
they were just, if any team said no, maybe sometimes they just were like, let's not FF yet. Just play a bit longer. But I don't think it was, I mean, people say that it was happening, that that Masu and Busi were wanting to play more games, but I feel like we're remaking a lot on Flyquest too.
Okay.
They were
maybe-
also the kings of Remaker GG.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Jan, I
think
really
so.
appreciate you showing up. We're going to get to you. I promise.
Yeah, amazing. Remake stories. Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of interesting. Would you be annoyed if the other team was remaking when they're behind as frequently as you were remaking?
No,
behind?
not really.
Yeah, because you just want to keep playing the early games over and over again
Yes,
to
I mean,
see
that's
until
what
the game's
you should
decided.
practice, yeah. And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
Sweet. Jan, do you have anything to add?
I mean, sure. To be honest, I don't really care what other teams do that much. If I
Yeah.
don't, I think it's mainly just perspective. If you really want to give the enemy team like the chance to get more information or not, I think is also another key factor. For me, I feel like since we play very volatile, I choose not to remake, even though I get very fucked in these games. Mainly because I think in the state of like the meta, enchanter meta, it feels like most range supports, if you get dove one time, your game is GG. But I think it's very realistic in the game to get dove, and it can happen. Like today, it happened as well because we fucked up at like our bounce back into level 4 timer, and then we just didn't push our wave fast enough, and then we use our skills, we get killed 2v2, and then on the reverse bounce back, we can't really fix it on our own, and then TFL comes. I do think sometimes it is realistic, but in the nature of the game where you're playing volatile, like kind of we do sometimes, it is normal to make mistakes.
Yeah, but what would you rather practice? Your laning phase that you made mistake on like 4 more times, or like let's say 2 more times, or play the game from behind during the scrim in that position? Like you should obviously like try your best to not make this mistake happen, and in order to learn that, you need to keep playing more games of that matchup, so like you know exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, that's why I said it's like perspective, I think. For me, I think I can actually recognize what to do next time if I get dove in that time. So I'd rather just tank it out and try to find out more ways to come back in the game. So I do think it is really just like what you want from the game and from the scrim itself, personally.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
Okay. Good discussion. Who's the best team in the league between the three of you?
I don't know, honestly. I think everyone is beating everyone. I think Flyquest is also up there. I think they could easily be the best.
I feel like it's whoever shows up on the day.
Exactly.
honest.
I think it's Pistol League right now at the moment. I think Europe, when I watch Europe, they actually seem kind of better.
I hate that you're saying that.
I'm sorry.
Jan. I know.
I
It's
think they're
fine.
more consistent than us. I think all the teams are very inconsistent in LCS at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, it's whoever shows up on the day. Like, going to the TL next week, obviously, we'll have prep and they'll have prep. But it's like, if I show up and I'm in team versus Quid will probably carry. But it's like the same way. Quid has had some stinkers to split, and other people have not performed that well, like in both teams. So,
Yeah.
like, literally, it's honestly whoever shows up. And then, obviously, we faced them, 6 weeks ago now? 5 weeks ago? But
Game one
it
of the
felt like
split.
the same thing. It was just like, we showed up a little bit better on the day. But, like, I'm not saying we're going to, like, if we get first place, we're not going to choose them just because we beat them 6 weeks ago.
Yeah. Do you two agree that Flyquest would be a top 4? Like it's not a top 3, or is it kind of the top 3 and then Flyquest is close?
To be honest, I think Sentinels, Flyquest are very close to top 4, just as
Top
us.
4, top
just
5.
as us, yeah. I think the skill level is not that despairing. I think
Yeah.
most teams could actually I won't say win, but I think a lot of teams on whoever shows up during the day honestly feels like they could win.
Yeah, I think Sentinels just kind of choked a couple series that they had like winning positions in, like whether it's because they were like not clutch or like nervous or whatever it is. And then Flyquest, I think they're not top tier, but they're not like Dignitas.
I
Have some
like watching
interesting drafts
Flyquest
too.
games. They're quite fun to watch.
Yeah, Flyquest, the most annoying team for me to play against. They're just not scared. They're going forward all the time, and it's very annoying. Like playing against players like that, because I know Masu is that type of player, and that's what I was trying to like avoid with him last year, just to like have this blind aggression. And right now he's very like he's really doing that like so much. Like when we play against him, he's just aggressive all the time. And that's how he wants to play. And I think that way you can't really be a consistent team, but you can definitely be a team that wins important games. Because if you are really good at playing aggressive, like you can win important games.
Is he trying to prove a point?
What do you mean?
You didn't want to play aggressive,
I
right?
didn't want to play like that because we are clearly the best team. So why would you play like that?
You see.
If you are the best team, you just should try to stay consistent and then you will win no matter what. And I think right now they are playing like they can beat any team, but they can also lose to any team, I guess.
Yeah, I got a couple of bigger questions off that. One, I want to go back a bit to Yeon. You saying that it's kind of low, everyone's off. What's off, kind of about each team? So like, what's off about Team Liquid and then C9 and Online to stop you guys from being at the level you want to be at?
To be honest, I think we're just trying to figure out what we want to do a lot of weeks. So I think in the first couple weeks we had like very good early game and we kind of struggled to close out some games, and some other games we kind of just, and recently I think we've kind of fixed our mid game a little bit, but now we're like bleeding too much or something. I think we're just focusing on different things and we're letting other parts of the game fail for us. But other teams, I'm not too sure. I feel like when I watch Lions, it seems like their early game, the other weeks, not this week, are a bit off. I'm not too sure, to be honest. And it seems like C9, from my perspective, looks like just do random things similarly to us in the game. I don't know if I'm right or wrong.
I think our priorities sometimes misalign. Like,
Within C9.
yeah, an example I can give is my game 2, like the red buff fight, where we like literally get aced,
5 for 0 aced.
5 for 0 aced at red buff. And I'm like, S key. I remember at one point I was like dancing on the scuttle cab, waiting for my team because Blood had no tempo. And I was literally like telling Phil to come join me and dance because we couldn't do anything. We were just waiting. And then after that, instead of like helping me push out, helping me get vision, we fought on red buff immediately where I can't connect even though I was the strongest person on the map. So it's just like small, just misalignments. Like Blower wanted the red buff there, and I wanted probably the bot wave. I have to like go back and watch what I wanted, but I probably wanted the bot wave or wanted vision more. So it's just small things that are misaligned at like random timings, but it's hard at the moment, I think.
Inspired. Also, question about probably top lane. You guys are running a 6-man roster now.
Yeah, I mean, I think our games were. I mean, we did pretty bad drafts for early game. That's why I think for the, at least Sentinel series, I think our early game was slow. I think we had not an early game comp in both games. I think in game, I don't know who we played before that. We played DSG. DSG series. We also didn't have an early game comp. Like we played against Nocturne Akali game 1,
Right.
which is like pretty strong against that comp. And game 2, I think we had a decent early game. Then against Sentinels, we play against Jarvan. So obviously you don't have the strongest early game against Jarvan. So I think, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with how we've been playing. I think when we should be giving up early game, we kind of do. I think maybe we can work on not like giving up that much. Sometimes the players that are supposed to have tempo in the game, they might like drop it because of something like either a greedy recall or missed recall. And then if a person that was supposed to drive the early game for you, like the only winning lane, drops the tempo as well, then it feels kind of hard and you need to wait for the enemies to make mistake. So yeah, I think that's why our early games didn't look that great. And for top lane situation, I feel like Dokla got very motivated right now. I mean, when he heard the news about the top lane situation, he said he's confident that he can be a better player than Castle. And I think Castle is also good like they're working against each other, and they're practicing like together 1v1s and stuff like that. So I think it helps both of them, and it just helps the team overall. I think if they don't have that ego that like I don't want to help the other guy because I want to be the starter, then I think it's good. I think the problem could get if they start having that ego, like I don't want to help him because I want to play. But I think they are pretty mature about that, and they're trying their best to like give the most to the team. So I think it can just help.
Yeah, when I first heard that Castle was joining Lion, I thought that the 6-man roster was fake. Like I expected that from the news that I've heard in the past, but it actually now sounds like it's real. We saw it on stage today. Doku played both games. What you just told me, that's really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of funny. Castle played the first game today, or like the second game, first game with us, and he got put on the matchup he never played. Just because when we practiced this matchup, it was Dokla playing. So I don't know if they did like 1v1s and stuff. I'm not sure if he was prepared on the matchup, but I think it's not very common you play Rice, especially now that you play with a new rune. You play him top against Rumble. So I think I don't know if he was if he knew how to play it correctly, because it's probably his first time. And yeah, I don't think top lane mattered that much in that game. I think it all came down to team fight execution. So
I wanted to go back to what you said earlier, since you guys all talked about the weakness on the team, but you were saying that last year on Flyquest, if you're the best team, you want to play as stable a game as possible. But then also, if you're not the best team, you want to be able to play, more random or more aggressive. Yet there's always this debate. This was something that I experienced on Team Liquid back in like 2020, because that team was always, before I joined, like the best team because they just kind of outscaled and won team fights. But then the argument was, okay, you go play an LCK and LPL team. Now you're the worst team. And all year you've just been trying to play stable. So now you have no chance of winning. So then the flip side of that was, okay, even if we're the best team, why don't we just try and play really aggressive so we're comfortable playing that fast? So then when we are the worst team, maybe we have a better chance. You've gone international so many times. What's your current thought on how to balance domestic success with international success?
And I think that's why I didn't have much international success, because as you said, like whenever I go international, the way we're facing the Asian team is usually better than us. So we need to like really quickly change the way we are playing. And it's usually like during Worlds, we have like 2 or 3 weeks. And then with Flyquest, we either decided on, do you want to try to win by cheesing the draft? Or do you want to try to win by playing stuff that we like for example, against Genji, I think Quad instantly comes and says, let's flex Seraphine, I'll just play Seraphine mid. He doesn't want to play against Chovy with like normal matchups that we would be playing in an A to win. And I think that's how we decided on Flyquest. That is going to be the best for us.
The drafts are the funny thing.
The best way to beat the Asian teams. Because I think if we just played the same way we do in an A, then we wouldn't be able to beat them. So yeah.
Have you considered though, like, I mean, I know going back in time, when you're kind of clearly the best team, trying to practice that so you're more familiar with it when you go international? Like, I mean, not like if you think back, what if we actually just tried to play super aggressive and let Masu do the int things, because he's going to have to do that against Genji.
Is there a point? I feel like it's better to stay consistent and actually win your league and then do that rather than gamble everything that, okay, maybe if we make it to Worlds, we're going to perform slightly better because we've been playing like crazy the whole year, like doing random stuff, not really playing with a goal in mind. And yeah, I don't think it's really worth it. I think making Worlds, and then you just have to actually find a way to win the games there.
Yeah. My current philosophy would be, you need to just play to your strengths no matter what. Like, if your strengths are to be an early game aggressive team, like you just have to do that all the time. And if your strengths are actually scaling, even if the team is better, you just kind of try and outdraft them and still outscale them. Because switching your position at the last second is kind of doomed.
I think that's what we did when I was with you guys.
Yeah, same question to you guys actually, because you were.
I think we kind of just. I mean, this is my perspective. Maybe you
2024
disagree, but I think we kind of just stuck to what we were good at. Of course, this was like the lane swap stuff at MSI 2024.
You were our star. We had to play around you.
Yeah, but
so it was good.
We just played like the same way, like that I wanted to play.
Yeah.
Like I don't think we changed anything too different.
I think the main thing is, I think if you have an idea on how to win the game, it's very important. And like if you have one singular thing or like one concept that you're better than the other team, it's quite good. I think Bwipo had that concept.
And Bwipo was, in my opinion, a weak player when not played around, and really strong player when played around. Or like not weak. I think weak is a wrong word, but he really liked to have agency in the game. And if his job was to just be stable and not do much, I think he didn't like to play that way. That's why he always wanted to have a good champion in his draft and like not really be played around, because I wouldn't say we would play around him, but I think it was important in draft that he got a champion that he could impact the game with. I think he didn't really like to play stuff like Rumble, in which you are like kind of a tool for your team that can block swaps, can swap, and has pressure early game just by pushing the waves, but doesn't really get a good advantage and scales not the best. I think he rather play champs that will have a lot of agency in the game, either by scaling or by having a strong lane. So I think that's how we played. And yeah, I think Quad is just very flexible. He can play a lot of stuff. And we just decided that if that's Bwipo's strength, we're just going to play towards that. And I think he was really good at that style. Like he Swain, Urgot, Olaf, like Renekton, all these champs, I think he found the way to win. And we just tried our best to like make it as easy as possible for him.
Yeah, I mean, I think just having even one player that has like clear ideas on how to want to win the game, and like for example, I would say like Ziggs Azir. I don't think, for example, Faker and like the EWCN, what's it called, the MSI. I don't think Faker has played versus Ziggs that much, even though Azir's maybe his most champion. So having one clear idea on how to win sometimes is good. I mean, it's like Seraphine mid, even though if you played it 100 times in scrims, I'm sure enemy mid has not played against Seraphine mid, for example.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the tangent. I didn't plan on talking about like 2024 Worlds, but that's how we got here. Looking forward to next week. Who do you think is going to make playoffs between Shopify and DSG? That head-to-head matchup. It's tough.
It's a tough
I mean,
one.
I thought that DSG might be low with Seri, because Seri didn't have like the best showing on Dignitas last year, but I mean, yesterday, or like when he played against Dignitas now, against Photon, he did pretty
Yeah,
well.
he played fine.
He did.
So I think, honestly, DSG seems better.
I think DSG seems better. I'm kind of low on Shopify. I feel like they're all extremely disconnected in how they view the game, and it feels like low trust.
Yeah.
From like spectator PV, I don't talk with anyone really on their team, but it doesn't feel like they have a clear, like as Yeon was saying, like game plan on how they want to win the game. They kind of just go through the motions. Oh, Dragon comes up, so let's fight Dragon, and then they get like flanked and TP'd on or something, and then the game just ends.
Yeah. I swear Shopify lost so many games in just the most crazy ways. I feel like they really should have won at least a couple more games. It's just hard to say. I feel like they're definitely better than what they showed on their score.
It kind of speaks to them not being connected, though, right? Because they were the weirdest
They
team.
should be able to complete those games and have like a good lead, I feel like, but maybe it is just DSG favored, the way they're playing.
That's crazy, because DSG lost 8 games in a row, like all 2-0s, lose Castle, get Surdy, but then beat Dignitas, and now maybe...
But a new player can also be a honeymoon phase.
It can be. Did
Like
anyone see any of you see the Exyu interview from yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it too.
It was
Kinda crazy.
right after Scrim, so...
Kind of crazy. So I can kind of recap it. Go check it out if you haven't. It's on the Cloud9 Kia YouTube channel. It's an interview with Exyu after they've been eliminated from playoffs. And he kind of just had a bit of a venting session, it felt like, said they don't get along, they don't trust each other. He considered retirement because it was so miserable. He's lost his will to play sometimes with VODs. They've also lost a lot, which does hurt that. But just what were some of your reactions to the interview from Exyu?
I mean, kind of makes sense. Like, even if you don't put all your time, you still put a lot of time as a pro player into league, and then you're not enjoying the team environment. You're losing. Kind of seems like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just wasting my time. Like, he's on Dignitas, so he's probably not earning like an insane salary either. So he's, yeah.
It had for me to speak about it. I mean, I have never finished below like top 5, or I think for the past like 6 years I'm playing, I'm always like top 4 or above. So I don't really know how it feels to like lose every game and kind of go into scrims and it's scheduled that you're gonna lose.
Right.
But it for sure has to suck. I think Dignitas maybe also doesn't have like a good leader to identify why they are losing and what they should work for. Because I feel like if you're losing a lot, because definitely I've been losing scrims, and it feels like in the past, like there's like times where you lose a lot of scrims, and you need to have a person that identifies well what is the reason you are losing, because if everyone has their own ideas on why you are losing, it's kind of hard to fix it. So maybe they have issue with that like Palafox says that they not play well around mid, or Photon says that he has no help from his team playing top lane alone, and then bot lane says there is enchanter meta and our jungle is clearing to top. Stuff like that could happen, and then you are like, as a jungler, and no one like your coach doesn't commit to also who's making the mistake that is costing the games, then you are like kind of lost. Like,
And you're the least veteran player on the team
what
too.
I should be doing now in order to win.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he's also not like the insane, like saying, okay, you guys shouldn't be fighting here, I should be clearing to top this game, or like I should combat, and then everyone is giving him this much feedback, and all of them are like, none of them is actually like sure that this is the correct way to play. I feel like it can become a big mess. So I think maybe the coach needs to actually step in and say who's wrong, who's right, what they should be going towards, and stuff like that. Because I think if you have a lot of issues, it's kind of hard to identify what is actually causing them.
Yeah. Did you want to add to this, Yeon?
I mean, feels like I definitely agree with like the leader part. I feel like last year we had UG, like a rookie jungler. I think rookie junglers are quite hard. It's quite hard for rookie junglers, especially if they don't have a clear way of how to want to win the game without exceptional like leaders and how to teach them. But yeah, definitely quite hard situation, I feel like.
Yeah. This might be a little awkward, Inspired. I've been working on an Inspired impression. I don't need to do it in front of you, but I've done it on my
think we should hear
podcast.
it
I
from
just
here.
need to let you need to be aware of this in case you're offended.
I think we should hear the Inspired.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, of course.
Give me,
I don't want to hear it, but
yeah, he doesn't want to hear it.
No.
Close
but
your
I think it's
ears, close your
important
He's fine
for,
with me doing it.
I think it's
Close
important for
your
the
ears.
viewers
Yeah.
to see this.
just do it. I don't want to hear it, but just do it. I don't care.
Keep vaping. We'll fight on my timer. It gets worse the longer I do it. I promise.
Is it good? I don't think so.
No, that's terrible. That was one of the worst
Okay,
impressions I've ever done.
one more.
One more. Say something. I'll try and mimic it. This
I
makes
don't know what I'm supposed to say.
Let's just
I
keep
don't know
it
what
to
I'm supposed to say.
let's just keep it to the
You-
who's the streamer? Onipixel?
Make me do an
On
impression.
Pixel?
It's
It's actually only Pixel.
an only pixel impression.
It's only pixel impression. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And then the other thing that I have done on my podcast, stupid thing that didn't catch on.
Yep.
But it's like what would Inspired do, or listen to Inspired. And this was a theory that is kind of about what you're talking about with Exyu, of someone needing to say like what the team plays around. I feel like in every single team, that's you. You're the one that you're going to always have a strong opinion on what is right, and the high percentage of the time you will actually be right, which is why you won so much. So it's like a 90% chance. So even if you're completely wrong 10% of the time, it's just simpler if everyone just listens to what you say.
I'm not sure. I think League is quite simple, and there are like set rules of the game, of the team game, that you need to like do in order to win. I mean, it obviously starts in the draft, and like who is sacrificing in the draft and who's not, and what the meta is, what champs are strong, and how do you want to play around the champs that you think or view as strong.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just good at explaining that way of playing to the team, that it's not like they need to listen to me. It's just like there are certain rules that we need to follow in the game
Yeah.
in order to play. And if you want to change the rules because we want to play around something else, then I'm fine. But then everyone needs to know that their objective in the game kind of shifts. Like it's a different way we're going to try to win this game than the other game. And I think I just try to remind people in game what was the goal that we set with the certain team comp or certain playstyle, I guess.
When is the last time you've been on a team where you weren't the most vocal player? Or has that ever happened?
I mean, I'm not sure. I don't think I played with that many vocal players. I think Hansama was pretty good at voicing his opinion on how he wants to play around bot lane, because I think he had only one playstyle, just play for bot, no matter what. So, I think back then he was really good at like saying how he wants to play Kalista Draven, Caitlyn, and how to play around his lane. But other than that, I think Impact had a good idea on how to play the game as well, like how he wants to drive the game. Is he supposed does he need help, or is he gonna help us to do stuff? But other than that, I think if you want to be vocal, you need to be like really smart about people around you, or like everything around you happening in the game. And otherwise, mostly all the players I'm playing with are just like giving information what they think they want to do, and then it's usually up to me to make a decision. But I'm also saying, like, for example, in the game when I'm playing Vi or like Pantheon or Nocturne, that is more a supportive champ, like, you guys need to play with that fact in mind, that I'm there to support you if you want to make some sort of play, or you want to set up some sort of play. So I'm not going to tell you what you need to do in order to do that. I'm going to say in review, like, how you can do that. But in the game, you need to be like, okay, now on this timer, enemy needs to fight me, or I will make a situation where they want to fight me and I need help now. So I think once your team learns that, then I don't need to be that much vocal, I guess. But I think it's just good in offshore game to just remind everyone, like, what's going on
For
in
sure.
the game.
Thanks for indulging me there. I want to close this out real quick, since we've gone on tons of tangents this episode. You can all say that you're going to win, but I want to hear from each of you, who is the second place team? Like, if Team Liquid wins, who finishes second? If C9 wins, who finishes second? If Lion wins, who finishes second?
So complicated.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, you're all going to say you're the best team.
Off like actual bracket, or like
Yeah, like, who's the
perceived
second?
impression?
Assuming everyone's own team is the best team in the league, who is the second best team in the league?
I really don't know.
I think each team just plays too differently and have different ways of winning. It's quite hard to rank.
It's too big of a mess.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say.
I don't even know who's going to win the split.
It's random.
C9's undefeated, but
yeah, but it's
lost a lot
regular
of games.
season, so it doesn't matter.
Inspired.
Undefeated, losing game to us, losing game to Flyquest, to Dignitas. Like,
You guys lost to Dig too, relax.
Yeah, we lost to Dignitas too.
You're remaking all your scrims. You're
Yeah, like, who knows who wins? Like, everyone competed, everyone.
It's the enjoyment of LCS, I guess.
Yeah.
Anybody can win. An exciting last week. We don't know who's going to be first. Yeah.
Let's just be real. It's like Sentinels or Flyquest. It's not even us.
Oh my
Nah,
goodness.
no way Sentinels win. Flyquest, I mean, I can see that, but I don't think so. But I can see Flyquest win.
They were the
But
EWC finals.
I think Sentinels, no way they would win LCS. I think
They
it's
won the
gonna be,
EWC qualifiers though.
bro, like, Berserker is waking up at like 11:30, and the game was starting at 11. Like, how can we? And we didn't even play Sentinels. I think we played against Tia, and we got like giga feasted. And yeah, I don't know. Like, that was not real. This tournament.
Happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know who's the second best. I feel like I said earlier, it's just whoever shows up on the day is the second best.
Yeah.
Whoever shows up on the doesn't show up is the third best.
Pick one. Team Liquid Lion.
Well, Lion won today, so
Okay.
I'll go with them. But next, like 2 weeks, if they face each other, because there's a chance, I couldn't tell you.
All right.
It's just whoever shows up. If Yeon has some really good soup last night in like
Yeah.
Smurfs,
If Yeon cuts his hair, I swear to
if Yeon like
it's
can actually
in
look out of
your
his
eyes
glasses,
constantly. It's amazing that you can look past it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time.
I think it's time.
It's time.
I think it's time for the haircut. I saw you 2 weeks ago and it was time for the haircut. It's through your glasses at this point. I know. You're not going to listen to me. There's no reason to.
I might.
Okay.
I might.
All
can
right.
get your hair
Thank
for
you, Yeon, APA Inspired, for joining me on this episode, pros. Just check it out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or on the LCS YouTube channel. And we'll see you next week for the last week of the LCS regular season. See you.
yeah.